According to Islam, yes. But at the same time, no. Which means Islam, because it's a stupid religion made by a stupid mental idiot, so it contradicts itself. So the Christians, the Jews, they are the one who corrupt their book. But I will make you see Shabir Ali proving the opposite. You know Shabir Ali, right? You know him. This guy who ran away from debating me, and he will keep running forever. You know why. This is Shabir Ali. Someone will ask him how the Quran was preserved. Listen to the answer and let us see how stupid Muslims are, especially those who claim to be smart. You see, Shabir Ali is the kind, if you ask him a question and that question is real, he will never answer you. But as long as the question is like, how the Quran preserved, he will give you a speech. But because they are relaxing, they make statement which destroy their own other statements. Listen carefully.
They could do this in their own memories. And so the sequence then of things was by explicit divine instruction. And the second point I made was that the divine involvement is implicit, and that everything that people do is by a divine plan. The Muslim belief is that nothing works outside of the qadr or the plan of Allah, the creator and the fashioner of the heavens and the earth. Collecting it from the memories, or bringing all the written pieces together, asking how a certain word is to be spelt in writing, and so on. So they're making certain human judgments. But it seems that implicitly there is the hand of God working through all of this, to use that expression. And we have the support for this from the Quranic text itself. In Surah 15, verse number 9, it says, "Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafizun." We, that is God, we have revealed the reminder, referring here to the Quran, and we are its guardian, or its guardians. God himself is protecting the Quran, whereas in the case of previous scriptures in Surah 5, the previous scriptures are spoken about as that which has been entrusted to the priests and the rabbis. Together, asking how a certain word is to be spelt in writing, and so on. So they're making certain human judgments. But it seems that implicitly there is the hand of God working through all of this, to use that expression. And we have the support for this from the Quranic text itself. In Surah 15, verse number 9, it says, "Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafizun." We.
Wrong verse. Simply, inna nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafizun have nothing to do with the Quran. Because how you know this is about the Quran? The word dhikr mentioned in the Quran many places. Not only, it can be anything from the word of God, supposedly. And let us show you the proofs and the reference, just to show you that this guy is a liar. If we go to the Quran, this is chapter 21, verse number 7. Remember, chapter 21, verse number 7. And this is the word zikr, al-dhikr in Arabic. Alright? This is the word he's talking about. It's mentioned in the Quran many times. It's written in the same exact way. So he cannot say, oh, this is a different word. This is the word he's talking about. Inna anzalna al-dhikra wa inna lahu lahafizun. Now he is claiming that the word al-dhikr means the Quran. How you know? If this word is the same mention for the Torah and the Gospel, let us see the interpretation or even the translation for the verse. If we go and see the translation, you will see it says, "And we sent not before you Muhammad, but men whom you revealed. So ask people of the reminder." He's the one who translated the word dhikr as reminder. Remember? In the video, I will play it again. Which means the scriptures, the Torah and the Injil. But he just quote for us a verse saying that Allah, he is going to protect al-dhikr. According to him, this is the Quran. How you know? It says, according to your translation, the reminder. And according to your verses here in the Quran, it is the scriptures, which is the Torah and the Injil, not the Quran, because simply the Quran does not exist yet. The Quran is in a process right now to be given. It's not given yet. So when he said that this is about a verse, Allah, he said he preserved only the Quran, this is a joke. Because there's many verses in the Quran prove the opposite. We can show you more proofs. In chapter 21, verse 105, here we go, we find the word al-dhikr again. You see, it's the same word. If you go to the translation for this word al-dhikr, you will see this is not about the Quran. Let us see what it is. Here we go. You can choose any translation you want of your choice. Let us see what al-dhikr is. It is az-zubur. Az-zubur and at-Torah and the Injil. And after them all, after all those books, the Quran came. So the word al-dhikr here is coming for az-zubur, i.e. the revealed holy books, the Torah, the Injil, the Gospel, the Psalms, and the Quran. You see the hypocrisy? So the word al-dhikr means all of those books. According to him, it's only the Quran. It's a fabrication. Why he's saying that? Because that would be a contradiction for the Quran. How you say Allah, he is the one saying he will preserve it and then later it's not preserved? How we say it, Allah will preserve it all and then later we will say that Allah, he could not preserve it all. So he have to say, the word as al-dhikr here must be only the Quran. Fabrication. Mr. Fabricator. Now here we notice he will say something very funny and very stupid, which is enough to destroy the rest of Islam, if there is anything left. Listen to this, what this guy will say.
That is, God has, we have revealed the reminder, referring here to the Quran, and we are its guardians. Or its guardians. God himself is protecting the Quran, whereas in the case of previous scriptures in Surah 5, the previous scriptures are spoken about as that which has been entrusted to the priests and the rabbis. They have been made the ones to preserve it. But whereas the others have been made responsible for preserving the previous texts, God is saying in the Quran that he himself is responsible for preserving.
Oh, so Allah saying, guys, he trusted the rabbi to protect the previous books, but it doesn't work. So I decide to preserve it myself this time. Look how stupid, how silly this argument is. What this Abdul saying to us, that Allah, he made a stupid decision, he trusted the rabbi, because you know when you say the word trust, I trust someone, it's mean I believe in him. It's mean I am not the Almighty. Because if the Almighty is Almighty, he should not trust someone he is corrupt.